Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm posting, but I'm not just posting to be posting. I'm posting because there's information to be shared. And I got a little bit to share. I don't want to take a chance on losing it. I'm sitting up there listening to the news as people are having Sunday school in their homes, using the telephones that they can all hook it up and don't have to go out in the public. And I'm hearing the news on the sideline, and they're talking about the cities and towns where they're going to get together and make sure that the property and stuff that has been destroyed by the protesters, people will be held accountable. They got their pictures and they're going to identify them by their pictures, and you're going to be held accountable, jail or fine, because you shouldn't have destroyed this property. These folks are destroying your lives, but you shouldn't have destroyed their property. You are paying them to be mayor, city councilman, alderman, governor, legislator, president, Congress. You're paying all these people all this thing to be protecting your darn interests, to protect all those things that's vital to you. That's what you're paying them for. But none of that stuff is happening. Okay, what about accountability? What about accountability? What about the accountability I asked you earlier? If the city can identify all of the problems, the shortcomings of the city, and a man or a woman comes up and say, I want to be the mayor because I can handle this for you. And you say, okay, you put your trust in that person. You go take your tax money and you pay that person. You pay the people that they bring together that's going to support them to fix this problem for you. But they don't fix this problem for you. And then you stand up sign and say, you have failed us, and you are setting up, identifying the problems where they have failed, and they want to make you pay rather than fix the problem. Fix the problem. You are paying them to fix the problem. They haven't fixed the problem. Ever since America have existed, everybody that's been receiving a paycheck ain't fixed no problem, but they want to hold you accountable. Why don't you hold the governor of Minnesota accountable for failing all of the people of this state? The fact that you're talking about some this or that don't mean a damn thing. People are still poor. People still don't have jobs. People still living on the streets. You got cameras on the news where people living in tents, nowhere to live, going to the shelters, trying to find some place to get out of the snow. Why don't you take that governor and put his butt out there on the streets and say, you said, and I'm talking about every governor. You said you can handle this. Okay, this is your handling? People living on the street? If this is what you call handling, and then you want another term, you want another paycheck to keep on doing this? So you got your city mayors and the city politicians have failed you. You got your state governor and legislators, they have failed you. You got your president and the Congress, and they have failed you, and they want to hold you accountable. And you giving them money, but they want to hold you accountable. I say, let's fix this thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with black people. Those who we are called less than citizens, less than human. Let's fix this thing. Right now, we want to require that every protest, the first person you call when you start organizing protests, call the mayor. And then you call your legislators at that level. Tell them you're going to have a protest. You want to see them all out there. Now, we don't want no more promises about what you're going to do. This crisis has risen to this occasion. Now, when we're in the streets, we want you in the streets because you have failed us, and we want you to know that you still stand with us. So be in these streets. If you're not with us in these streets, that means you're against us, and you're standing in support of all of this that we are standing up against. If you're not out there in the streets with us when we are talking about police brutality, then you are part of the problem. The mayor, the governor, and the president, and every legislator, you are a part of the problem. Hunger and pain and suffering and no jobs and lack of education and health care. This is the people problem. This is our problem. And you are being paid to fix it, and you have failed us. You have failed us diligently. And you got us convinced to think that we are supposed to be failed, and we're the problem. We're not the problem. You're the problem. If we try to fix this stuff, look at your governor. Look at the president. Everybody's saying what's important, not the people. Spending money, making money. That's the answer. And ladies and gentlemen, we pay for that. So, you want to have a Sunday school lesson today talking about wisdom? Wisdom? Who's speaking wisdom? It can't be the state, and definitely not the church. Wisdom?